where maybe personalities they're not necessarily very interesting, but the way they tell a story or the way they kind of format and treat their content, the way they shoot it, is what makes people watch them, right? So there's so many ways to kind of cut it, but it really comes down to what you think you can bring value to and where do you think your passion lies. Because you're not going to make money from this very quickly, right? So it has to be something that you can do in the dead of night that you just really love doing, because that's what's going to keep you motivated.
Hi, good afternoon, good morning. Again, thank you so much for that very comprehensive presentation. So as a content creator, I'm very, very encouraged. Now, going through your journey, we saw that you started alone, right? And then eventually you built up a team. So when do you think should a creator start just not doing it by our own selves and build up a team? When do we actually need to do that?
I don't think a team is necessary for everyone. I think it really comes down to your personality and who you are as a creator and how you operate. I still know people, like someone like Will Dasovich, for example, who creates videos online. He's still very much, he has a small team, not a huge one, because he is the best person to edit his videos. He's the best person to put it together and everything like that. And I think he's tried to work with different teams and it just never really worked out because what he wanted was so specific and personal to himself, because it's a personal vlog, that he couldn't let go of that process. In my case, it was very different because for what I wanted to achieve, I needed someone else to hold the camera on because I didn't want just but I needed movement, I needed shots, and I wanted it to look a bit prettier and specific. And I love using movies and music as references, and I wanted to put that in there. The first hires I did were purely functional hires, so basically camera people that could kind of work with me on those things. And then it was identifying the things that I'm not the best at and what I could hire someone that's way better than me at. So the first thing there was editors. I'm not a great editor. I can do cut-to-cut edits. I can edit quickly, so I can offline a video very quickly, but then I can't polish it. I don't have the patience or the foresight for it. So I made sure to hire 2 editors from the get-go, a couple years down the line, basically to help me bring that vision to life. The last ones I held off on were the things that I felt like I could still do alone. So accounts, dealing with clients, general management, things like story producing, researching, all those things, directing, were all things that I still felt very comfortable that I could do, to the point where we had too many projects and then my brain just couldn't compute anymore. So I had to hire other people who were very similar to me. Those were mostly producers and executive producers to kind of find those stories, because I didn't have the time to do it anymore. So it was a very natural growth. I didn't hire before I needed them. I made sure to feel the stress for like a couple of months to say, okay, do I really need to hire someone? And then eventually made that hire.
Aaron, so I just wanted to ask, so you mentioned that for a few years you shouldn't do this as your job, right? There's this saying where, when you're trying to do something, for example, when you're working out, you want to put in as much reps, right? As much reps throughout the month. And would that go with the same